What is up, y'all? What is going on? How's everybody doing tonight? I really wanted to talk real quick about this because it dawned upon me to really talk about this. And here's the deal. When it comes to tools and stuff, you don't always need the latest and greatest to do certain tasks. It's just the facts. Especially if you're doing like multiple things like me, whether it's car wash, um, you know, things like that. I'll be honest with you, I do multiple things with my tools. There's things that I do with my tools that other people don't. Like I'll say it out loud, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I do gunsmithing. That's one of the things that I do with my tools. You see these drills, I do gunsmithing with it. Now, why I'm bringing out this one in particular, this is the Flex. I just bought this recently with the 2.5 amp hour battery. Now, this is the compact version. Really bad to the bone. 2-gear box right here. All right. Compact drill driver. I think, if I'm not mistaken, let me see here. I don't think this is a Jacobs chuck. No, but this is a metal chuck nevertheless. This is a 1/2 inch. I don't believe this is a Jacobs chuck. No. It's not a Jacobs chuck, but it's a metal construction chuck. Really well built, brushless, compact 24 volt with the 2.5 amp hour battery. Belt clip is phenomenal. They even throw in a side thing that you could throw your bits in. This Flex, and the reason why I bring this up, because I bought this drill driver with the impact for $100. Now, if you go to Walmart, I bought this a couple of days ago. I think I bought this Wednesday on clearance for $50. You go to Walmart, you get yourself a Hyper Tough drill, right? Nothing to brag home with. This is a $40 drill. Not as nice as the Flex, and I'm gonna get into it in a minute. It's not as nice as the Flex. I'm gonna be real with you, but you can still get little stuff done. All right. What I mean by little stuff, with car washes, attachments, stuff like that, stuff around the house, you could get it done. And I will admit, the weight of the Hyper Tough is a lot lighter than the weight on the Flex, and they're kind of related. This is the cousin to Flex. All right, and I won't be surprised if Walmart starts carrying Flex tools. The reason being, I say that to say this, is because they already got skilled tools in the market in Walmart. The same. So this is the cousin to Flex. All right, and I'm gonna get to what I'm trying to talk about, because let's talk about it real quick. The impact, the drill, the 2 batteries, the 2 1.5 amp hour batteries, and I think this is, if I'm not 20 volts. All right, get the drill driver, the impact. You also get this work light. I believe it's 600 or 500 lumens. Really bright. Works with the Hyper Tough batteries. You got the USB-A input right here to charge up your mobile devices. So you get two features. You could use this as a work light, and you could also use it as to charge up your mobile devices, right? Also, you get this reticipating saw, right? I have a hard time pronouncing all this. So you get 3 brushless tool plus the work light with the feature that you can charge up your mobile devices with this tool. Now, is this contract grade? No, not by any means, no. But for what you get for $50, because the reason why I bring this up, that's how much I pay for this, right? And don't get me wrong, this is bad to the bone. This is way better than this one. 100 times better. But you can still get stuff done with this. You can still get stuff done with this. You also have a work light and a reticipating saw with the charger. You could still get stuff done. You know what I mean? And for the price of this and getting all this, yes. Again, I'm going to go back to what I was saying. As a gunsmith, you don't always need the latest and greatest tools. You can start off with this. I do recommend this as a gunsmith and as a person that cleans cars. You could use this drill driver to clean cars. You could use this for painting. They got that attachment. I don't know the name of the attachment that you can just use this. You can use this, man. You don't have to get the Flex. You don't have to get DeWalt. You don't have to get a Milwaukee. And you get a 3-year warranty. And I'm not saying that this to push or to go out there and get, but if you're on a budget, it's available. Why not take advantage of it? It's available. Sometimes you don't want to use your nice tools. You want to use and not for nothing. This tool right here, these tools is light. They're not a contract grade. These are light tools. So that's another plus. So my take on the Hyper Tough, are they contract grade? No. Can they get little light stuff done? Yes. For what you get for $50, I know they were selling these for $90, and I still think $90 was a pretty good, decent deal. But for $50, for what you get, 2 batteries, a drill driver, impact, reticipating saw, and the work light for 50 rocks, you can't really say no to that. I don't know. You can't really say no to that. You know what I mean? So, and my take, you can't lose, but in the end of the day, this is for people. I'll put it like this. These tools right here, these Hyper Tough tools is for certain people. It's not for the people that's in there, in and out, trying to get stuff done. By any means, I'm gonna recommend this for that. Now, can you get stuff done with this? Yes, absolutely. And if you don't have any tools, I do recommend them. I do. But as far as if you in and out of jobs and you need something that's strong, that's powerful, you might want to go with the Flags. You might want to go with a Milwaukee. You might want to go with a DeWalt. Because that's going to be reliability. That's going to be power, strength, and if you in and out of the job site, you need something more strong. That's if you're in that level. But to be honest with you, if you're doing car washes, you painting, or whatever the case may be, Hyper Tough is just as good, man, when it comes to those type of tasks. Now, I'm not talking about building houses or maybe doing little woodworking stuff too. You could use these for multiple stuff, man. I'm telling you, it's not, you know, you don't always need the contract grade tools. That's all I'm saying. Now, would I recommend more? Of course, I'm going to recommend this more. Of course, I'm going to recommend the DeWalt. Of course, I'm going to recommend the Milwaukee for power. If you're going to be really doing stuff, yes, of course. But I'm just saying, you know, to do little light tasks, painting, car wash, little like, you know, again, I'm going to say it without, I hope I don't get in trouble, gunsmithing, you know, drilling holes, doing little light stuff. You don't always need the latest and greatest tools. That's all I'm saying, you know, and I'm not getting paid. I'm not getting paid to promote Hyper Tough. I'm not, and it's brushless. They brushless, you know, brushless tools. I don't know if this work light is brushless. It doesn't need to be, because it's just a work light. But this participating saw is also brushless. So you looking, this is probably like I would say like $50. You're looking at 40. You're looking at 70 for both. Let's be honest. The battery, another 20. Throw another 20 in there. So you're looking at 90, right? And this, let's say, let's give it the benefit of the doubt. It's Walmart quality, $40, right? So we already went 60, and then we got another 20. That's 80 plus 40. You're looking at 120 with the work light. Let's throw in another 20. So you're looking around, give or take, around 130, 140 for $50. I think you're getting a lot for what it is. And I'm talking to the people that are just doing light stuff. You don't always need the latest and greatest to do certain tasks. I'm just saying, you know, it's always going to be greater to get something like this bad boy, or the DeWalt, which I got, or the Milwaukee, you know. But I'm just saying, if you're on a budget and you just need tools to do certain things around the house, this and that and the third, and you don't really need to have all that power, and or you want to use this for painting, or you want to use this for gunsmith, I'm just giving you guys food for thought, because not everything you need has to be contract grade, or it needs to be contract grade. Throw that out of your mindset, man. Do what works for you. And I'm doing this content because I'm really trying to help people out, but I do need people to like and subscribe to the channel, because we don't get paid unless people like and subscribe to the channel. And I'm doing this for y'all, because this is something that I'm looking out for y'all. So go look in your local Walmart to see if it's still available. And I want to really honestly start giving away stuff like this. But the only way I'm going to be able to give away stuff like this is if people like and subscribe to the channel. I can't stress it enough. Again, you don't always need the latest and greatest. You can get off on certain things like this to get certain jobs done. And that's why I want to do this. That's why I was propelled to do this, because not for nothing, a lot of people say Hyper Tough is garbage. And in a sense, I don't think so. I honestly don't think Hyper Tough is garbage. I know I know where they're marketing. They're marketing the people that can't they marketing the people that can't afford tools like this, because it's expensive. It's expensive. You know, I'll be honest with you, it is expensive to get contract grade tools. And there's nothing wrong with starting out with something like this, or to just have this as a homeowner or whatever. There's nothing wrong with it. I think they're excellent tools. Again, I want to start giving these away for I can build up my channel, but the only way I'm gonna start giving tools away is if people like and subscribe to the channel. And we need to reach a certain goal. Come on, I've been doing this for over a couple of years now, going hard, trying to give you guys all the content, blood, sweat, and tears. Blood, sweat, and tears, bro. Go to this. Go visit your local Walmart. Go see if it's still available. I will be honest with you. When I bought the first batch, they have 5 boxes. Now they're down to like 3 boxes of these. So when I bought this, the first one, the battery wasn't working. I returned that one, and they didn't give me an issue. I just showed them my receipt. I went to the back and got another box. All the tools work, all the batteries work. But the first box that I got, one of the batteries wasn't working. So what I recommend, if you wish to buy this, make sure you go to the parking lot or whatever. Make sure you test out the tools or whatever. For you don't have to, you know, save the time to go back again and see. And that's with anything. Even if you go to Lowe's or Home Depot or whatever, that's with anything. Open it up right there and then when you're buying it. See if it's working. See if it's functional. You know, because sometimes the tools are not working. Sometimes, you know, and you're paying money for it. So might as well test it out right there and then and see if it's working. You know, what's the worst that can happen? Just return it back right there, because you testing it out in the parking lot, whatever the case may be. You opening it up right there. You know, I'm that's the way I roll. I always test things right at the. If I have to go to the parking lot, test them out right there. I test them out right there. I'm making sure what I'm purchasing is legit and it's working, and we're good to go. I don't have to return it, this, that, and the third, because even this having something out of the box, whether it's DeWalt, Milwaukee, whatever, sometimes the tools don't work. You got to test them out, and then down the line you'll be like, oh, this tool didn't work. You know, it happens. It happens. So always, even if you're buying budget tools or you're buying contract grade tools, always test them out before you leave this, before you go home or whatever, because you're saving yourself time. And you know, that's just a tip that I will leave with y'all. If you guys, like I said, if you guys like this content, please like and subscribe, because I know a lot of people watch the content but they don't like and they don't subscribe. I need you guys to like and subscribe. I'm trying to reach a certain goal if I could give out certain things, because I want to give back to the community, because I love it and I love you guys. Peace. We out. Love.